right, today or over the next couple of days, we're going to be building a boat. I have a couple of ideas in mind for my campaign and situations that may require a boat. And I had a piece of foam laying around that kind of looked like it, and I was like, you know what? Let's see what we can do. So I've just cut out kind of the base here, and the plan will be to build up some walls, have kind of that top deck that will hopefully be removable. And we're going to use this pretty much we're just going to do this probably with some coffee stirrers, popsicle sticks, kind of the standard stuff we have laying around. I'm not exactly sure how it's going to turn out, but we're going to give it a go. So have the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and cut out some walls and try to glue everything down. And then we'll go from there. So let's see what we can do. All right, we have kind of the major pieces here cut out. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue all this down using this Gorilla Glue for foam. Basically put this on one side and then spray the other side with water. This is a little bit of water and glue mix. It's worked really well for my other stuff. So let's go ahead and do that. And I'll just put something heavy on this to hold it down. Okay, now we'll put something heavy on that, and we'll let all that dry. All right, we're gonna start laying some of the decking down on here, which I'm just gonna use coffee stirrers for. So I'm just gonna use white glue, coffee stirrers. I'm gonna cut these up and cover this whole space and up here too. I don't know what I'm gonna do for the sides yet, especially having to go around some of these bends, but we'll figure that out in a little bit. So let's get started on these. I think that actually looks pretty good. I'm just gonna go right for it, put some glue down. Yeah, I'm gonna do the whole floor up here and up here too. So let's see how this ends up looking. Primarily because I want to see how this dries, I'm going to put Mod Podge down on this whole thing, just to see if it dries well. Hopefully help kind of keep some of this together too. Alright, just wanted to show you some of the stairs that I've been making here. These are just popsicle sticks cut and hot glued together like this with some stair shapes, and then I made the side with just some like cardstock paper, and so these are just gonna get glued onto here just to kind of cover the sides, and then those will get put onto the boat. So yeah, just wanted to give you a quick update on those. All right, so a little update. I finished doing the flooring on the boat, both the bottom and the top here. Built some stairs for it as well, and the planks on the outside have been a little trickier for me to figure out. I tried some popsicle sticks and soaked them in water to bend to go around the edges, and that didn't really work out great. So what I think I'm gonna do is take some of this foam sheet and you just score it, which I've already done with this one, with this kind of metal brush, give it some texture. And then I'm gonna cut out planks. So we're gonna go through and kind of try to do that, and then we will see how that looks on here. I am trying to assemble everything before painting. So I want to do all the planks, I want to do the mast, the kind of the steering stuff up here before I before I paint anything. So we're gonna try to get some of these planks done. I feel like I'm gonna need quite a bit because I gotta do the inside and outside on the bottom here. So let's go ahead and get started. done. Yeah, I'm hoping that comes out good once it's kind of Mod Podged and then painted. I do like how it looks. I do like that I didn't have to bend a bunch of popsicle sticks and have that be a nightmare. So yeah, we're done for now. I'm gonna go ahead and let this all dry and let the Elmer's glue dry, and then tomorrow morning before work, slap some Mod Podge on it, and hopefully on my lunch break, kind of spray paint everything black, stairs included. I do think once I Mod Podge everything, I'm gonna put the stairs on before I paint, and then I think I'll actually probably try to make a steering wheel and mast as well. But yeah, I think this is gonna come out pretty good. High hopes. So we'll see if the paint can help us out come time, and we'll see you back here for the next step. So I know I said we were gonna Mod Podge and paint today, but then I remembered I had to put everything together. So just to give you guys the update here, I built these railings last night. I forgot to record, but basically I just used these little dowels and I cut them each to 2 centimeters, and then ran skewer over the top for railings, and I hot glued all that. Mast is pretty simple, just 2 dowels, glued those together, and then wrapped some that rope around there. Built this little guy out of popsicle stick box to make a box out of it, and just a little styrofoam steering wheel with some ends of the skewer sticking out. But I am going to go ahead and Mod Podge this basically whole thing, and then hopefully once that's dry I will prime it all black, and then we can start painting, just to show you guys to underneath. So that still opens up, and you can see into the bottom. So let's go ahead and get this all Mod Podged. All right, everything's primed now. I like how this turned out, especially after the black got on there. It really made everything pop. So we are going to toss some brown on here. Obviously, it's going to be primarily a lot of brown. I'm going to try to change some colors between the planks, flooring, and the railing and stairs will be different too. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to go and get more browns, but we're going to just see what we can get around the outside here. So the reason I chose black as kind of the base is because I really want this to be like a weathered look. I think that'll help. So I'm actually going to wait now and see how this all dries. I might do another coat, or I might just kind of dry brush the lighter browns now. Well, not now, but after. I can tell you right now, I'm going to tell myself this too. I'm going to trust the process here, because this looks pretty kind of sloppy right now, but I think once we detail out the wood, and also the wood floor and stairs and doors and everything else on here, I think it's going to make this look a lot less sloppy and more kind of dialed. So we're going to let this dry, see what we're working with, and then I'm going to have to pick up a darker brown for the wood floors, and then I don't know what color yet for the railings and stairs, but I will make that decision when I get there. I do have some other browns here, but I kind of wanted something a little darker. Yeah, and we'll dry brush with some of these browns here that we got, but for now, wait till I can make it to the store to get some darker brown. All right, see you when this dries. All right, so I did put a second coat on here. Normally I would say you could probably put a third coat, but I am going to still do some dry brushing, and I don't want it to be like super clear. I do want kind of that little bit of a darker feel to it. So just to kind of give you an idea of what the outside looks like, it's going to be like this, but I haven't dry brushed any of that. I'm going to try to toss a quick coat on the decking on both of these real quick. I also had been using some cheaper acrylic paints for the outside here, just because I need so much. I'm going to actually try to use some of my war paints for the flooring, because I think it'll stick better. And we're going to see kind of how that comes out. All right, and that paint went on so good. I am going to do a third coat on the outside with some of the good paints, I think. Yeah, I just don't love how that other paint is sticking. So we are definitely going to do that. I'm going to pick a color, and then we will hopefully do that kind of quickly. All right, we are going to paint some of the stairs, or not some of, all of the stairs and railings and doors. Pretty much the kind of extra stuff now, so. I was able to get everything painted. We are going to give this kind of a quick dry brush. And then I think I'll add the sail on, probably add a wash, which I want to make that one kind of from scratch instead of using all the kind of fancy wash that I have. So we're going to dry brush first, give that kind of once over, probably wash, and then put the sail on, and then we'll be done. So far, I think it's coming along pretty good, but let's see if we can do a quick dry brush on here. There you have it. We are finished with our boat. I plan on using this boat for a couple of different storylines. Hopefully it'll be pretty versatile. I'm really happy with how this came out. It's not obviously as clean as maybe the official Dungeons & Dragons or a 3D print, but I think I spent maybe $10 extra on stuff, and I don't even think it was actually that much. Everything I had laying around. I'm happy that I was able to kind of make kind of the below deck here. I think that'll also be really useful. So overall, I'm very happy with this. I think my players will like it. And yeah, this took quite a while, but I think it was worth it in the end. So if you like Dungeons and Dragons, miniature painting, terrain building, hobby building here, something for the tabletop, please like and subscribe. And see you back here again for more content. Thanks.